That's unmuted.
It is unmuted.
Oh.
Because I didn't put it on the loop.
Honey.
There you go.
Say anything.
I didn't have the loop on again, so you popped up there before I was ready for you to pop up there.
I was not ready. Can we start up?
No, we can't now.
I didn't fix my hair.
I'm going to start not cutting that out of the videos, and they can watch you fix your hair every clip. Hold the camera up there, fix hair, and then start talking.
Hey, everybody.
I was reading comments before you got in here, and I'm really disappointed in some of our viewers.
What?
I thought they were really smart people.
Oh, that's mean.
Well, they misled me.
Why?
Well, don't laugh, Lori Sullivan. You's one of them. Judy Cole said you were sweet and innocent, and Lori Sullivan said, yes, she is. And I'm like, y'all, that's the fake people I was talking about.
She said, uh-oh. The fake people who's talking about
Yeah,
on the video?
the fake people I was talking about on the video, that was one of them. Zoe. No, Judy Cole was already starting us before we even got live, so I was just letting it go. I was sitting there reading it. You weren't supposed to be reading them. I was sitting here.
Every one of them.
I was sitting here reading every one of them.
We sit here and we talk about y'all.
No, you know we're never here to do that. Tonight was one of those freak accidents where I was in here on time.
I know. I was surprised.
Well, you weren't on time.
No, I had to go potty.
And had a conversation with Red.
I said, Red, I have to go potty. And he said, oh, good Lord. He's in the shower. He said, oh, good Lord. I said, you sound like your daddy. He said, I am my daddy.
Oh, Tanya said we needed y'all at lunch yesterday after pedal.
Well, I should have known about it. We could have done that before we headed to baseball.
They knew we had baseball.
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't know at what time. So, no, we were baseball tournaments, got home about 11 last night.
I think it was around 10. I checked. Well, no, we got
home. We didn't get home on 10.
I texted Wanda when I got in the car, and it was nearly 10 o'clock. So, yeah, it was probably almost 11.
He might not be behind in comments, but Lord knows he's behind on everything else. Hey, well, I will get behind in comments once Zoe get long-winded.
I don't get long-winded. That's you, Joe.
I know. No, sometimes you do. Sometimes you'll go on a tangent and I have to sit here and hold the comments because I'm trying to answer somebody. But then sometimes when I'm answering somebody, I get like 5 minutes behind.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I have the mouse so I can hold the comments while you're yapping.
Yeah. Well, I'll read them. I'll just forget what everybody says.
But then while I'm answering a comment, they keep scrolling and then I miss them all and I have to go back.
Wow, we need to put this table forward. I'm getting too much of the wall and I don't like it.
Okay.
Can you scoot back in?
Yeah.
There we go. I feel better now.
No tater baby yet.
No tater baby.
Lorraine, we wouldn't be able to tell it if there was, but no, there's not. Miss Londa made it.
There she is. Have y'all made it home?
Now, Tanya, Tanya was the one that asked about lunch. I did get to see Miss Londa this morning.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Ed. Zoe Brooke is really going to need your cow birthing help since she has a bum arm.
Man, I don't think she want to do it by herself anyway. She's pretty much got us on her call list.
I wanted to tell you, Zoe, I don't know if you changed something, but your skin or makeup has looked amazing.
Well,
it looks beautiful and natural.
It is a little lighter. I did go a little lighter this evening and took a shower and put on my...
That's the biggest difference. You got all that dirt off.
Yeah. I don't look like... What's his name?
Pigpen. On Charlie Brown. Yeah. I knew where you were going with that.
See? Got us with ESPN.
Oh, she got here 2 minutes ago.
Well, I'm glad y'all made it home safe and sound. As my dad would say, my stove would, my wife, and he knows her better than anybody else.
That's a lot of baseball. You have no idea.
They had, okay, so in the middle of the season, mid-season, they put on a tournament.
Did you see me roll my eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
That allows the different parks to earn a little extra revenue.
Mm.
So in the middle of the season, everybody.
Mainly it's just U-Trip making extra revenue.
Yeah. So our kids play for our city league, which each age group has different amounts of teams, numbers of teams, but they all play under an umbrella organization. And so that 1 week that they have a break, they play in tournaments against, you're shaking the entire table. They play in tournaments against kids from other leagues and cities. And so.
Kinda.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. Go ahead.
So they play 2 games no matter what. Actually, 3 games no matter what. 2 games are pool play, and that finds where you stand in the bracket. So then Friday is the bracket. And then if you win that one, you go on Saturday to play in the championship. So Rhett's team did not progress Friday, and Chance's did. And then Chance's team ended up playing Saturday, and it was they won their bracket.
Yeah, they stretch it out for a whole week and something they could do in 1 day, but they can't charge admission 6 times if they do that.
Yeah.
And then both boys are in different parks, so then they get to charge you at both.
We paid admission to 2 different parks on the same day because the boys were split up. It is what it is.
Look like you were in a truck on a country road with all that shaking. It's a flimsy table.
Oh, goodness. Miss Brenda laid her mama to rest Friday morning. It's been a rough 2 weeks. Yep. I can imagine. I understand them.
Loma Rhett is feeling much better. The steroids he got really helped knock that out, and we are just avoiding the grass at the pasture until he does his testing, and we don't let him go in the woods, and he's been okay so far.
The only thing we've really let him do is go at the animal pen and his little, what he calls
just regular grass.
Yeah, and what he calls the playground, which is where his swing set is, because I've kept that cut down. He has an appointment June 2nd.
It's May.
No.
Is it June? Oh God.
That I need to try. That's with people we got it done before. So I might try to find another asthma and allergy center that's might could get him in before that, because we really need to get him on a good regimen.
Yes, Deborah, he is outside and he's able to help with feeding and all that stuff, because either it's something in the woods or it's part of the pasture grass, and we're keeping him away from that, and he has been fine since then.
He's taken the
he took some good bumps today, but none of it was with allergies.
No.
Rhett has a great eye for his age. Most kids wouldn't be able to hit the ball most of the time. They have some really good hitters on their little team. Rhett impresses me with his arm. He has a really good arm.
You know, both the boys do, and I wonder, they must have got it from me. I bet if I tried to throw a ball, I'd throw a home run.
When do the kids start summer vacation? Do the kids have summer plans yet? We have plenty of summer plans, all them projects.
I'll say, well.
When do they get out of school?
The end of May.
The end of May.
It's usually like 23rd, 24th, 25th, something like that.
Yeah. Terrible how long we have to wait on special doctors these days. You're telling me. Ed said pollen for the grass may be gone by now. I'm worried about it, Ed, because the privet is blooming
Yeah.
and our grass is high in the pasture where we haven't cut it. I told y'all about Zoe's new toy where she got a bush hog. I saw somebody comment on Gary's live today. He was talking about brush hogging those blackberry.
Uh-huh.
What did he call them?
Oh, I need to check.
He called blackberry something. Either way, it was just blackberries out in the pasture. He said he was going to brush hog them, and somebody said, "What is a brush hog?" I was like, "Don't even get that argument started." Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I missed one. Y'all remember me? I have my CT scan of my heart in the morning. Dare to be sunny, I will add that so that I don't forget. Go ahead, Zoe. It's going to take me just a second.
I don't know what Rayanne said. You got the mouse on it. I think she said she saw Mr. Ed fishing with Daniel. Yep. Judy said, "See how sweet and innocent Zoe is."
You look beautiful tonight, Zoe. I wasn't reading Mama's comment. I was telling you.
Look how sweet and innocent you are.
They asked me I like to check you for ticks.
I like to check you for ticks.
Don't start singing. Watched for years, first time commenting. Catherine, where have you been?
I know.
You got to comment, at least say hello or something.
We could have been best friends.
Janet had 3 nephews and a niece baptized today.
Well, that's wonderful.
So, just on that quick subject, y'all saw in the video, Rhett had like a 1 hour rain delay. Jason was texting me how bad the storms were. Like really sustained winds, and we came back to all kind of trees down and neighbor stuff down, and Heather's flagpole was broke.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the wind picked up, and they sent the kids off the field. Rhett's age group was first. That umpire called it quick. He said, "Get them inside." So we took all the kids to the cars, and I'm sitting there videoing all the dirt flying over the field and all. Well, Rhett decides to lay down and take him a 30-minute nap in the back seat. And he come out ready to go. He was catching the ball. He was hitting the ball. He like took Pitcher's head off. But the biggest thing, as proud as I was of all of that, Zoe's sending me videos. Chance got a triple about the same time Rhett got a triple. And they came off the field, and the coach walks up to me and he says, both teams met at the pitcher's mound after the game.
That's what they do.
And he said, "Let me tell you something. That Rhett just said one heck of a prayer."
Make a daddy proud, don't it?
I said, "Well, then that's worth it, Coach." That was the best part of the whole tournament.
That's right.
You missed a Zoeism. She said she would throw a home run ball. Wanda, I completely ignored it. But yes, it was a Zoeism. I did not miss it. I just ignored her.
Oh, thanks.
I wish somebody could bush hog the field in front of my house. Jamie, if you're in Wetumpka, there's people around here that will come do that.
Yeah.
There's Mr. Tony. Campfire and Countryside. Come in and say hello.
Did you see him?
I didn't see Alan.
He said hello. You was on a tangent.
Oh, from A&W Mini Farm?
Mm-hmm.
I did not see Alan. I was so thinking about you saying you were checking for ticks today. Y'all are funny.
What, Red? What's the matter? Come here.
Uh-oh. Tony said he screamed, but I'm behind, so I'm not sure which part he was screaming at. Probably something you said.
I hope Miss Catherine's doing all right.
Well, I hadn't seen her on here, but maybe Mr. Tony can let us know if she's better. What was I saying? Oh, about Rhett's little prayer. That was pretty good stuff. So he then, I asked him when he got back in the truck after the coach told me that. I said, buddy, your coach said you did a really good prayer out there on the mound. He said, I think so. I said, what'd you say? He said, next time I'll tell you quicker before I forget. Well, all right then.
Yeah.
Let's go watch Bubba's game. Oh, all right then. And then he wanted to say the blessing before we ate tonight.
And
So
that was sweet.
he's getting in a good little rhythm there. I like that.
I like that he's confident to do it.
Well, let me tell you, while we were in the truck the other night, I was watching the weather and I was watching where y'all were and then where we were to see if any of them were getting the heavier storms. And just watching the radar, he was concerned. And he kept asking me about tornadoes. And I said, no, buddy, there's no tornadoes. It's just a bad storm. Don't worry about it.
Hey, you do police?
I almost thought that was spam, and then I realized they've been on here before. I was like, no, they've been on here before.
Now, if he'd started talking gibberish, we would have had to get rid of it.
What's Tony talking about? They were really good.
Fried cinnamon biscuits.
Oh.
I hadn't seen it, but in my mind, I'm thinking deep fried and
Well, I think I too would
cinnamon
like
sugar.
I think I too would like fried cinnamon biscuits.
Because I know I would.
That is precious that Farmer Rhett wants to say prayers. Yeah, apparently he was good at it, and I was not on the field. I don't help coach his team. And his coach come to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, that's a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Write it on the calendar so you can remember Rhett's prayer. I wish I knew what he said, but I do know that he started that in football. Mm-hmm. We've always had our team pray after every practice and every game, after every practice and before every game. And typically our goal, we don't force them. You have to volunteer, mm-hmm. but our goal is to make sure every kid does it.
Right.
And they said Rhett would volunteer every time mm-hmm. on his football team. Yeah. So that's kind of where he got kicked into it. But he was asking about the weather, and that made me think today, and I know Tony is going to remember this, 14 years ago was our super outbreak of tornadoes.
That's right.
Deborah said hi again. Oh, she's commented 4 times. Deborah, I'm sorry I'm missing some. I don't know which ones I'm missing. Sometimes people have to repeat it because I try not to get so far behind, so I'll miss some sometimes, but I love your videos. Watch them all.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, Deborah. I love most anything sweet. Trouble is I'm fat, so doing low carb, high protein thing at the moment. Down 35 pounds. Awesome, YouTube police. I wish I was down 35 pounds.
That's right.
Every time Tony pops in, I end up hungry. Tony, that wasn't our part. The Tony with an I said Tony with a Y is making her hungry.
Yeah.
Zoe, I was watching your bacon and cinnamon rolls from 3 years ago.
Well, thanks. I like to make sense.
Nick always missing some comments. I don't mean to. I just do sometimes.
Someone said, how's the cotton balls?
I actually saw that one and I forgot to say it. They are great. Mm-hmm. They've spent the day on the farm today. They're here tonight. And they are not in the living room. Thank you.
They are loud.
How is Obie? Miss Londa asked me that this morning too. How is Obie doing?
Obie is doing just fine.
We have about 8 more days until we test him again.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But so far so good. Obie is just really relaxed. He's the chilled out one. So
he is, and if you saw,
he doesn't get too wound up about stuff.
If you saw, he let me sit down with him, and you actually didn't put a whole lot of it in there. I got to.
I know he misses mine on purpose. Sometimes you mention stuff that ain't popped into a video yet, so yes, I skip it.
Oh, you talking about Grammy?
She'll mention stuff sometimes that I ain't put on there yet. No, it's okay, Deborah. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm skipping them on purpose, except Grammy. I'm skipping her on purpose. Because she mentions stuff can't be putting in my chat thing. But what was I saying?
Obie, till you interrupted me.
Oh, I was reading. Sorry.
No, I was just saying that you didn't put as much of. I sat and rubbed on Obie for the longest.
No, I was explaining that part. That's what it was. You were sitting there rubbing on him, but I couldn't put 18 minutes of you sitting rubbing on an Obie in a video.
You can.
No, I can't.
You can.
People will cut it off.
Because he kept going like this.
I put all the good parts.
Okay.
You got sugar. He gave you sugar. You gave him sugar. He laid his head in your lap. I left all that in there.
Did you do the head stretching?
I think so.
I rub and he stretched.
I think so. But I could not put 18 minutes of you rubbing Obie from 2 different angles.
I know.
Into a video. That would be 36 minutes of you sitting there rubbing on.
At least you cut my butt out.
I did take a snapshot of her and sent it to her and told her I was going to be the thumbnail.
Where I squatting down to get down. I'm old. And
She will bend all the way over right up in the camera.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, you were. Don't make me show these folks that screenshot.
Oh, that would be, you would get banned.
I'll show them. It was funny, but I loaded it and told Zoe that was going to be the screenshot, the thumbnail. I did cut that out. See, I said it was personal. We all know it's not personal. I'm trying not to skip. Right now, I'm behind again. Trying to decide whether to keep some of the chicks I hatched or not. Can't have a rooster. Skipped mine on purpose. Don't feel. Judy, I didn't skip yours on purpose. You could possibly put it in as a fast track of the 20 minutes.
Oh, yes, Grammy. He did. I found his glove.
You found his glove on our couch.
Well, we had lost the glove.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about that. Well, I went to pick up his clothes off the couch the next morning, and it was under his clothes.
I made a video about me cutting grass. Nothing but me cutting grass. People watched it.
She said, since Obie's so chill, hope go up like 2. Since Obie is so chill, how do you know if he's not feeling well? So the only thing that initially made us think was because he wasn't coming up for feed like everybody else, but the grass is green and it's growing in. So I thought maybe he was just grazing more. So once I went out there and checked on him and he's walking around, he's acting fine.
Tony, show it.
So I was,
keep talking.
He was walking around. He's acting okay. He's not acting sickly. But I got behind him and I got to thinking, I was like, his hip bones are kind of poking out just a little bit. And I got to comparing him to Tinsel. And I was like, this ain't what he looked like when he got sheared. So I told Nick, I said, when you get off, I need you to check him. And he agreed. And so we reached out because we had just noticed it. So he reached out to I reached out to Dr. D, and he said, definitely what would cause it would be parasite load, whatever degree of it would be. So he said, go ahead and get me samples. And then if I need to come, I'll come. If not, then we're gonna, I can tell you what to do and we can treat it just like that. So that's what we did. And luckily it was mild to moderate. So in 10 days, we'll know if it's gone and we'll be able to get him some weight back on. Right.
Well, I want this shift. Why won't it turn sideways?
They don't.
What?
Nicholas.
I have it ready. Tony says show it. One of my grandsons would always want to pray, and every other line was, Lord, help me be good.
That's funny. So it's
Tony says she's fine, but that's all he said.
Because somebody asked how Catherine.
I know. I was saying.
I know. Yeah, Miss Catherine just wasn't feeling.
Well, somebody had asked earlier, and I said Tony'd have to fill us in because I didn't know.
Yeah, she's fine. She just wasn't feeling real good yesterday.
Do you guys find Shake and Bake as hilarious as I do?
Yes, they are.
Zoe does. We're all laughing about your live with shirtless Red, puppies chewing the cords, and baby goats crying. And I told them that chaos reigns. Thanks. You take good care of your animals. Never doubt that.
We really try. We do try.
It must have the thing locked. Have to unlock the flip option. I don't think it does on Canva.
Mm-mm.
Have you treated them all or just Obie? So
right now we just Obie, because what Shadow has is a normal range. So it's like your gut health range. Am I saying that right? Like everybody has a little bacteria in the gut.
Yeah, everybody.
His range is fine, but we will do their next monthly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, I have backed off the monthlies because I don't want to build resistance.
So we're going to start back doing that, and that'll take care of anything they had. He just needed an extra little boost.
I didn't do it during the winter.
Right, because there wasn't parasites in the ground.
Tony said she don't have the worms, I don't think. Well, maybe.
Well, maybe.
Zoe, when are you going to get an emu?
One day. I'm not set up for an emu just yet.
Zoe, how's your mom?
Debatable. She is still in the hospital, and she was transferred to a bigger hospital about an hour away. She's dealing with a bacteria infection. So we'll know more tomorrow.
Are y'all allowed to treat your animals from your feed store, or do you have to go through the vet for everything? We can treat them on our own. The ivermectin that we were told to give him, Tractor Supply only has it in pour on, and he wanted to give Obie injectable, which is what we give our goats. We looked and we were out, and I was like, oh crap, it takes like 2 days to get it from Amazon, maybe 3 days. We could have gotten it, and luckily our friends at Cog Hill bailed us out because they had some. Zoe called Brooke and said, do you have injectable ivermectin? And she said, yes. She said, I'm on my way to town. I'll meet you with it.
Yep.
So that's what happened. Yes, you can still order it and get it. Not a big deal. Tractor Supply has the pour-on medication, which is probably what we do for the cows.
Right. They don't sell injectables anymore because
they don't sell injectable ivermectin. They still do like CD&T and stuff like that.
Because humans were trying to take it instead of going to a pharmacy and getting medicines.
Tony, she's not got the wormies. Hey, Jake Hudson.
Look at that.
Thank
she's here. She's eating a fried cinnamon roll. She didn't comment, but she's good.
Well, there those fried cinnamon rolls are again.
I wonder if I could make some and then Tony do the magic frying.
Or just watch the video and you fry me some cinnamon rolls.
You don't want to see him in his apron frying you some cinnamon?
We can watch the video. I'm not going to. Do I need to go over there and watch them be fried?
You need Tony to wear his cooking apron.
It depends on what kind of socks he's going to have.
Oh. What if they're like tie-dye? What kind of socks would make you want to watch Tony in a cooking apron?
Patricia said, keep Brooke in her prayers. She finds out what's going to take to fix it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Goodness. All right. I'm skipping haze and stuff, y'all. So if I missed something, I'm sorry. Oh gosh.
We're gonna have to be watching Mr. Tony's.
Uh-uh.
Why? Was there something I didn't?
How about Nick makes a cheesecake?
Got it.
We aren't allowed without a vet. Nothing is on our shelf anymore here in South Carolina. Makes it very difficult to care for our animals.
Oh, why don't we? Yeah.
Yellow with Crocs.
Catherine's a little better today, but she's on good meds. Hopefully she'll be even better tomorrow. That's right.
Sarah said hi, Nick and Zoe.
Judy said just socks and the apron.
Judy? Tony says she's on worm medicine.
Confirmed.
Well, she's got the injectable ivermectin.
Yeah, she confirmed.
Who else said they couldn't buy it? I've lost a comment, y'all, but I'm looking. I'm on the search. Tammy said peanut butter pie is pretty good and easy to make, and you don't cook it.
Yeah, I like peanut.
Can't buy anything over the counter, Lorraine said over there. We can get a good bit of stuff over the counter, and the rest of it you just get from Amazon. It's not a big deal. Or you can get it from Chewy or places like that, Vet Supplies.
Yes, say Vet Supplies. Hi, Kathy.
So we do have other options. I was trying to tell something a while ago, and I forgot. And I want to get it before Tony goes to bed because he's going to remember it very well.
Okay.
Today, I was talking about Rhett watching the radar, and it got me to thinking. Today, 14 years ago, was the tornado outbreak.
Yeah, you said that while
I did say that part, but you didn't let me finish that we had 253 people in Alabama that didn't make it through that. And I spent 30 straight hours in a truck. The most uncomfortable I've ever been in my life.
I bet.
I just want to get out and lay on the ground.
She made strawberry shortcake poke cake.
Better to lose your comments than your mind.
And we're back with food.
Y'all are doing the food, not me. I was trying to talk about tornadoes because I wanted to just address that it was the deadliest in Alabama history, and that was 14 years ago today, 2011.
Where was I?
Probably playing with a scooter in the yard or something. I don't know.
I don't know either. There's no telling.
I should machine embroider an apron for Tony. I haven't made one for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Joseph said, wasn't it a year ago this month that the tornado hit Sulphur? I'm not sure, Jacob.
Why were you in a truck for 30 hours?
Well, I don't work in the same line of work as Mr. Tony, so usually I'm not on storm stuff. But when something like that hits, we occasionally have equipment that can help. And at the time, I had a service truck that had one of the light up signs on it, and that's what they wanted us for, was holding people off their linemen, directing the traffic stuff, because it was too much for just police departments to handle. So, yeah. Do you all have a tornado shelter? Not here on the property. We have access to a shelter we can get to. How about that?
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
Nick, that was a very bad day. My sister lost her home in that tornado. There were like 62, I think, in Alabama that day. There were 320 something people total fatalities that day, but 253 of them were in Alabama. Oh, I still had Tony's picture pulled up. Yeah, 62 tornadoes.
Wow.
a day.
That's a lot.
We have a couple of chicks just about to come out too. We're working on it when I left the house today. Zoe still got a few weeks on her chicks.
Yes. I had COVID really, really bad. My sister had some ivermectin for humans. It saved me from going to the hospital.
I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm saying that's why they took it off people's shelves.
Yeah.
But I'm certainly not saying it don't work. I've heard too many people that did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the 27th is also the anniversary of Sulphur's.
That'll be today.
Her son was also there. Yeah, that. Did you say you had Tony's picture? You don't want to know about that picture. I'm convinced Mother Nature is going through menopause. Well, that's what got my mind on it. Though the comments were scrolling through and they were talking about it was like 50s one day, 70 the next, and different stuff, and all these tornadoes and storms. And I was thinking that was 14 years ago today. And that was a rough day. On that day, I saw a minivan wrapped around a substation transformer and not a house within 500 yards.
Wow.
I have a good one for you, Nick. That must be a Tony picture.
Yep.
I was talking about a screenshot that I took that Tony was trying to coax me into showing. I was messing with Zoe about it, saying I was going to use it for the thumbnail, and I didn't. And I cut it out of the video because I don't think she realized she did it, but she full mooned the camera. And then she denied doing it, so I had to pull it up to prove it.
Yeah, it's there.
It is definitely there.
Whole eclipse. And Obie's looking at it.
Hey, you denied doing it, so I had to pull it up on my phone.
He said, it got dark out here. Mom, I can't see. It's so dark.
Poor Obie. Mother Nature has done gone schizophrenic.
The sun's been taking the weekend off too. Well, not
He
here.
had some great sunshine Saturday.
Yeah.
And Friday was the storm.
And today has been.
Today was pretty,
but it was
warm. It wasn't hot, but
but I was hot because I was on that black tarp.
Well, here you go, because you better get that black stuff down. You are running out of time.
You know, I got things.
It is fixing to be showing up.
I'm gonna talk it through with you on the
You're
live.
gonna melt them raised beds.
Listen, let's talk it through on the live in front of everybody.
But yeah, that's just what we need to do.
What if we put?
I think that's a bad idea. They don't want to hear the way our discussions go.
What if we put sand down and then put rock on top of the sand?
No.
It wouldn't be so loud.
No, the rock would also bury up in the sand.
That'd be okay.
No.
Why not?
Not dark when there's a full moon, Zoe. No, I'm ignoring you. We're not putting sand down there.
Construction sand. Like you put in a chicken coop.
Put it in your chicken coop.
Or buy me 4 truckloads and I'll spill it.
In the chicken coop.
I'll spill it over in
No, we're not putting, no. I'm the one that has to deal with all this garbage.
Put sand, work in a potager, and then put rock on top of it.
I'm not doing it. Because when something happens and you change your mind again, I am not getting sand and rock.
If I change my mind again, just put me in it to
just burn it down. To decompose. What's that method called you said did?
The horticulture.
No, that's not the word though. Hugelculture.
That's what it is. It's hugelculture.
You just said horticulture.
Horticulture.
Oh God.
Hugelculture.
I saw a house after the Prattville tornado where the roof was lifted up and the curtains got sucked up and the roof landed back on top and the curtains were flapping in the wind.
That sounds like a movie.
Were you able to get the shelters rebuilt?
No, they're not. Like the ones that we just had issues with, they're not going to be salvageable. Which we weren't actually using anything but the one for the cows. The other two were just there.
Zoe drug that thing over there for shade because she said, we have one of those tore-up shelters that's got a perfectly good tarp on it. I said, there is no such thing as a perfectly good tarp for a shelter. I hate them things.
Well,
but it did the job.
It did.
For right then. I got to build them one.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to finish all the other crap first.
Mm-hmm. Rhett has my phone.
Well, Catherine sent the pic to Rhett, so I hope it wasn't bad. Rhett.
We had overcast skies and cold winds all day. The winds only slowed down about an hour ago. Mother Nature needs to take a chill pill.
Tell you what, weather's just it's spring, y'all. Don't forget, you've had weird weather in the springs before. People are always saying it's this, it's that, it's different things changing, and I'm not even gonna say the words because I don't want to make anybody mad at me. No, this is not any different than it's ever been.
What words?
The ones I'm not gonna say.
Tell me. I'll say them.
Nope.
Cat litter. Well, that'd be an awful lot of cat litter.
Would it?
That would be like
that would be a terrible
truckloads. I would need at least 2 trucks.
Yesterday it was 80 this morning, 48, and only got 68 this afternoon. Never know what to wear.
I know. Me too.
I best get back to work and enjoy the live in the conversation. We'll see you, YouTube police.
From a person from Florida, don't put rocks on sand.
Thank you, Mary. I used cardboard in the bottom of my raised bed. It works great for weeds.
Well, this is going to go around beds in the walkways.
I heard hugelkultur had to come back. What about it? We did it in the first raised beds.
And it worked really well.
The part that we actually put dirt in worked good because the wood was already breaking down after 2 years. I mean,
yeah, good.
Bad.
Yeah.
Like rotted.
Yeah.
They've looked at it for a bit.
Oh, I would suggest doing it.
It also helped us have to use so much dirt.
It did. It filled, yeah.
We didn't have to use so much. It took up more room.
Yeah. Yeah. We liked it.
Years ago, 17 older family members traveled to New York. I made a sign that said "Moon Us." The older family ladies were so embarrassed and couldn't understand what was going on. Tony said that was his kind of humor. Tornado the movie was on TV here last weekend. Don't think I've laughed so much in my life. Was so far-fetched. You need a farm fairy, Nick.
Yeah. A farm fairy.
What would a farm fairy do?
So walk around and go.
I hope they get stuff done. Nick, get all your buddies together and have a building party so we can cook for them. I don't have any of them that volunteer.
Everybody's so busy.
everybody's on the dang baseball field. We just have to figure out how to still get stuff done while being on the baseball field.
All your farm friends are doing their projects.
Farm friends can't take a break this time of year. You need lots of small branches to fill in the bottom half. We used like
wood chunks,
like firewood size.
We did,
and it helped.
It worked.
Summer will get here and everybody be hollering for this cool weather.
Me too.
What county are you guys in? I listen to Ryan Hall and always watch to see how you, Catherine, and Brooke are. We are in Chilton. Jason and Brooke are in Chilton, and Catherine is just in the edge of Watauga, just south of Chilton.
But we're all within 10 miles.
But it's all really close. It just happens to be a county line thrown in there.
Yeah.
It's the last part of spring and the beginning of summer is coming quick. You got that right. All right. Miss Doris said, please keep me in your prayers. I'm going for a CAT scan and a PF test Monday the 30th and test for my lungs. Let me put that down here. What did I say?
Monday. Looks like that's tomorrow.
No.
That's not
sorry. May the 30th.
He's heard of folks burying a bale of hay. I've always heard a similar effect. I think it's called core gardening. Haven't looked into it. So I've seen where people will bury hay and layer potatoes.
Your friend that you went and picked grapes at her house grew her vegetables in hay bales, but they weren't buried.
Should have sprinkled. Oh, just the hay bales in the yard.
She grew them in the hay bales. I thought that was the coolest thing. I've never tried it, but it worked because she had square bales of hay with vegetables growing out of it.
I think it would
I
work
was like,
just fine.
wait a minute, what?
Excellent drainage. You know, I don't see why it wouldn't.
Obviously, it worked because hers were growing. Give them a list and you take care of your family and they do everything on the list. I wish that the way it worked.
You was the farm fairy.
She's right. I am the farm fairy. Are y'all west of Clanton? We are southwest of Clanton. The farm is. Our house is dead in Clanton, but the farm is southwest of Clanton. Jason is slightly further southwest. Now, Catherine's probably exactly due south of us. That's probably about right because I pulled it up on a map one time, and it's kind of a triangle that way, kind of. It's going to soon be hurricane season.
Do we have hurricanes?
Tony said I do live in a dog. Sometimes you do. That sounds good, Nick. As long as you don't let the animals out, they would eat the hay and the veggies.
Yep, they sure.
Yeah, I've had donkeys eat my corn. Donkeys ate the entire patch of corn, about 10 rows of it, about 80 foot long, and they ate them all.
Oh.
And the goats ate absolutely everything else last year.
They did.
But we got those goats where they can't get out now. They don't stop.
Glorious. And it has been glorious.
Nick, can you please pray for my sister Phyllis? They found a tumor in her mouth and it's cancer. Cecilia, I sure will. Y'all don't think I'm rude when I don't ask additional questions on this stuff. I just read what people want to put on there. I don't get nosy. I'm going to North Carolina next month for the first time. I sure hope it's going to be warm. I would think so.
Donna said her grandparents put their veggies in round bales and it worked fantastic.
In round bales?
That sure would be a lot cheaper than.
Absolutely would not.
Why?
Round bales ain't cheap.
If you bought a last year bale.
I don't know. But those raised beds should last for years and years and years. Look it up. The hay bales, there are certain things you can grow in them and some things you can't. I'm going to have to look it up. I just remember that lady doing it and she was successful with it, but I don't know what all it was she drew. Is it difficult having the farm on a different site from your house? Do you have plans on building a house there? 100%.
Both questions.
To both.
It is very difficult. Although it's only 7 miles, we have to plan to go, plan our time when we need to leave, to get home, to change, to get to where we got to get. We plan our entire day around going and coming to the farm.
If you want to do the hay bale growing, you have to soak it with water until you get the heat out of the center. Then you can grow things in it. Does the best tomatoes ever.
Well, that's cool.
Never doubt the Houdini abilities of goats.
I know.
I don't know who Londa's talking about, but I'm just going to keep moving on.
Tanya's doctor's going to tell her she's fat again tomorrow. Skinny man.
Wow. I didn't know who she was talking about, but I just went right on by it. 9:50 at night, and I'm hungry ever since I saw those fried biscuit donuts.
Well, I made a big dinner boo-boo tonight.
Do they put soil in the bales or just hay?
I think they're just hay.
I think it was just hay, too.
I was not going to come in here. I just
Okay.
What?
Come here and talk to me.
Just stay off camera, buddy. You ain't got a shirt on.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. Really? So
oh, good Lord.
I told Rhett, I wonder where he got it. I told Rhett, I was like, buddy, tonight, do not come in there asking 15 questions while we're trying to do it live. He said, yes, sir.
Here he comes.
So he walked to the edge of the living room. He stopped and he said, I'm not trying to come in there. I just need to talk to Mama.
I thought he was about to cry.
So here he comes, walking up, and he says, can I have a popsicle? And now Chance is rummaging around in there, so there's probably going to be a fight.
I told them they could have a popsicle already.
Hey, y'all, for the second time today, Miss Christie saw her at church this morning.
Brett and Halen had a good time with Mackenzie as their teacher today. Brett said she was mean.
He said Mackenzie was not friendly. Will y'all please remember my sister-in-law in your prayers? She was sent home from the hospital with hospice.
He said unfriendly, not friendly. She was unfriendly as a teacher today.
Yes.
And that made it not fun.
I would imagine. Mike is not really fun.
Tony, too, is close to Cog Hill.
Look, I can't help what the comments say. It's autumn in Tasmania. Changing the leaves has been especially beautiful this year. Wish I had a good camera. Lori said, is he naked again? No, he just won't wear a shirt. Lori said, the ferals have spoken. No doubt.
At least he's not.
He's stopped.
Yeah, he did. He's like,
said,
whoa.
I'm not trying to come in there,
Whoa.
but I need to ask Mama something. It's like, okay. That's why I busted out laughing. And he comes up and all he wants is a dad blame popsicle.
I told him after they had their showers, they could have one.
He didn't have to ask. He could have just went.
Well, I think I told Chance that, and he wasn't going to believe Chance.
This is what you could do. You could plan the bottom part of how you're going to build. Just plan the base first.
Mm-hmm.
Londa, too, enjoys popsicle. Unfortunately, I had surgery and I have gained even more weight, but now that I'm healed from that, I'm going to get back on track.
I need to, too. I need to.
Wouldn't be a true live without Farmer Rhett showing up. That's about right. I'm talking about the house that you want to build. Yes.
The plan.
Did that just blink?
It glitched. It did. I saw it.
Halen says she loved having her as a teacher. Uh-oh, it got by me. Chris let her go in there. It was loud in her class.
Well, they had a good time. When I got in there, Mackenzie had them all sitting down, and then they started going a little wild, and Rhett and Halen went in the closet looking for a broom because they were going to clean up. And then somehow they never came out of the closet. We had to get them go, and they was just rummaging.
Can you plant your Easter lily outside after the bloom falls off?
I'm not sure, but I would think so.
Idea. You have to ask Jason that.
Not sure.
Is no shirt outlawed on YouTube?
Well, we didn't want his boy parts.
We don't want to risk it because they have so easily put us in jail in the past.
Why are we both moving so
I don't know.
much?
But we don't want to get into that because I know someone that got dinged. It was on Facebook, not on YouTube, for a regular country boy not having a shirt on, but he was under the age of 12. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
You just never know.
So we just decided not to risk it because people are silly. Love that little man. He's a farmer for sure.
Yes.
He's even got a farmer's tan right now. Do you have a Bulla brand ice cream there? I've never heard of it, so I guess not, and I wish you did.
That sounds good. Oh, the puppies are barking.
Yes, you can plant them outside and they will multiply too.
I figured that would be the same way as like daffodils.
Well, I just didn't want to plant your
No, I
flag.
know, but I was thinking you could like daffodils and what's some of those others that, but you can plant them after it dies off. They'll come back. It's like the canna lilies and all.
Oh, my Easter lilies thrive in my gardens in zone 9A. Think YouTube is menopausal or just plain crazy.
Oh.
Oh, they said you too. No.
Oh, me. I'm not quite menopausal. What do we call it? Premenopausal?
Well, you meant premenopausal, but when you texted me that, you said perimenopausal.
Harry.
And I was like, what the heck is that?
That's what it's called.
Is it really?
Yes.
I was like, I just blew it off because I'm used to texting you. So I was like, does that mean like coming up on menopause?
That's
I just
what it
I
means.
just went ahead and let her go.
You said I ain't talking about that right now.
No, I ignored that one too.
That means your wife is getting old.
There's lots of people that planted Easter lilies outside and they come back every year.
I think it's pretty much like our canna lilies, how they die back all the way to the ground and then come back.
Does Farmer Rick keep his helmet nearby in case of tornado warnings? 100%. It's in his ball bag and he just goes and gets out of his baseball bag.
Mm-hmm.
Plant it just like it is. In the fall, cut the foliage off. Come back in spring. I'm surprised they didn't show their daffodils this year.
So she talked about that a little bit. They were, but they
tree is Perry.
Yeah, I think he was saying that. He said he might have showed it a little bit, but it didn't. They didn't all bloom at the same time, so they wasn't like magnificent.
I remember that.
It wasn't like this grand show.
I remember him talking about that
because they bloomed at different times.
Zoe, you look absolutely beautiful tonight. I'm not sure how you have the energy to keep it all running. What in the world makes you think Zoe is the one that keeps it all running?
She knows. She knows.
Y'all just make crap up. God. Zoe don't stay awake long enough to keep nothing running.
That's why I fall asleep, because I have to keep everything running.
You gonna make me talk ugly.
Look at my puppy dog, guys. She said it's her iron
It's
tablet.
like looking over my glasses.
You hear me?
What?
It's her iron tablet.
It's her iron tablet. She probably been taking them either. Have you been taking your iron tablet? No. She is what? Sorry, you all went from a shirtless rat to some guy not showing his daffodils. They were confused for a while, but
yeah.
We went to our downtown farmers market Saturday, got some great produce, cooked squash potatoes, cabbage, onions, and peppers with kielbasa tonight. I would take that.
I need, yeah, especially since what I did once.
You didn't get to tell about that. You were starting a while ago. Go on and tell about your supper tonight.
So we really enjoy taking chicken patties, breaded chicken patties, put them in the air fryer, and then take
Look at Tony make it almost to the end. He going to bed.
You take it out, you put marinara and some mozzarella, and you put it back in the oven. And then you cook some Parmesan noodles, like rice-a-roni or whatever those brands are. This is our easy, quick, gotta get dinner done meals. Well, everybody's got their plate and it looks delicious, right?
Absolutely. I was so looking forward to it.
And Rhett said, "Oh, it's so spicy." I said, "Rhett, it's just hot. Just blow it and it's fine."
It was temperature hot.
It was. And I said, "It's fine. Just blow it. Don't start."
Because I cut my chicken up to let it cool.
Yeah.
And was eating the pasta part. No problem, but.
So everybody sits down and Nick goes, "Oh gosh, this is spicy." I bought one bag of spicy breaded chicken and one bag of non-spicy and put them all in the same pan with the sauce and the cheese.
And the two that ended up with the spicy are the ones that don't eat spicy.
Oh, hey, Matt. Oh, man, get out the door.
We forgot our package.
I was about to get her to go get it.
Where is it?
In the blue truck.
Oh, God.
But Chance.
We didn't get our package out. Sheila, we have it.
So.
We stopped and got it. We have it opened up.
So.
The envelope's on the dash, isn't it? I saw it when we got out.
So we, 5 of us. It took 5 of us to decipher which ones were the spicy and which ones weren't, so we could play musical chicken patties.
Oh, do you have rhubarb down there? I love some spring rhubarb desserts. I have heard of rhubarb pies all my life, and I don't think I've ever had one. But I've heard about them all my life.
Chance, slide your shoes on, go to the truck, and then the blue truck, and then the window, get me that yellow package.
Oh, good gracious.
Slide your shoes on, go to the blue truck, open the window, get the yellow package.
How is it possible to have to repeat those directions?
He said, huh?
I thought it was perfectly clear the first time. Nick, you didn't see me.
Uh-oh.
Pauline, I didn't. What did I miss? See, y'all, I'm still missing comments because I'm trying to keep up.
Rhubarb, I know, I have heard is really good, and lots of people make jams and jellies.
So what you're saying is Zoeisms have migrated to food now. Oh,
but Miss Mary said it's yuck. Rhubarb is
You're
yuck.
lucky. Nasty stuff.
I've heard strawberry.
I'm with you, Nick. My mom wouldn't cook rhubarb or put it in a pie. I've just never had it. I don't know if it's any good or not. I've never had it.
I've ever seen it, but I always thought it would probably be like brown celery. I have no idea what it looks like, but in my mind, that's what I pictured.
I don't even know what it looks like. I think I'm backing up. I've got to find what I miss. Oh, what's up with tater? No baby yet. I think it's bacon. Looks like red celery.
So I'm not too bad.
She said I'm too busy digging holes. It's just really tart, what someone's saying. Oh, I went back and found it, Pauline, before you said I was just asking about tater. We bought a bucket of chicken that was supposed to be mild. They accidentally gave us one piece of spicy, and I got it.
Ooh, we got.
Here is our package from Sheila.
Mail. And look, it didn't even get bent.
You and Nick give me such a tickle with all that goes on in your life. Your show is the best for tickles. No, if it's supposed to be funny. There's Sarah. Where has Sarah been?
There she is.
She said rhubarb is yummy if you use it right. I hadn't seen Sarah.
So it says hand painted for Nick and Zoe. Please remember we all love you and love following you on YouTube. Please don't give up. Trust God and your viewers to just loving the day-to-day farm life. Love, Sheila. See you in September. So she gave us that and she painted us a picture.
Hand painted.
And I thought that was so nice of her. Look how pretty that is. So we were so grateful for that, weren't we?
Christian and family content said, I hear if you mix rhubarb and kale in a bowl with oil, it makes it easier to dump the trash. I like the dried kale chips.
Chip.
It's not bad. I love rhubarb just over a slice of bread or angel food cake. Gina said I just froze 6 bags yesterday.
We're going to try it.
No.
That Ferdinand gave Tater a half dozen deal.
Wow.
I got to thinking about that. My thought is, her being a little bigger, it probably took him a lot longer to get to her. So she just wasn't quite done as much as Cinco was, apparently.
You two are hilarious. Love you guys. Shame on me for this being the first time for commenting.
We're so glad to have
I watched Cog Hill and all y'all other awesome friends. Well, I'm glad you decided to comment and let us know you were here.
Yes.
Jamie from Suits to Boots loves rhubarb pie.
Everybody's saying how beautiful it is. She's lurking and
She's been lurking too. She's taking notes on the Zoeisms.
I'm a lurker too.
That's funny. Our sermon was on faith today.
How about that? Ours was on how to be a better parent. Did that bite you?
Oh, it kicked me in the teeth.
Don't do that.
Well, it just did.
My dad.
Look at Cassie. Cassie thought we would be off by now. That's why she just now showed up.
She'll wait and see if Brandon's going. So she can stay awake for another 2 hours.
Cassie waited till she thought we were off and she could pop on, make a comment real quick and say, God, just missed y'all. Gotta go sleep. Bye. She was.
Eating
I had to tell Zoe about the 2 new favorites at the country cottage, so we'll have to make sure we get
Looks
that
like we're
going.
going to Oklahoma this weekend.
No, we're not. Absolutely not.
We need to go eat dinner.
If you haven't ever had rhubarb, don't eat it on its own. Your teeth will be on edge. Add it to apple pie first.
Christy
Wow.
said stepped on her toes too. Consistency is
Yeah, it did, Christy. It was bad. Some of us have to work outside and can't just talk. You just riding around on the side by side eating s'mores. Yeah, that you know, it's pretty regular that a sermon's aimed right at me, and I wish Andy'd get off of me.
You wish his darts would break.
Yeah, he just needs to throw them somebody else. Quit. Why are you always talking to me? Cheryl, I'm still lurking and adding those who need prayers to my list. Thank you, Cheryl. I try to get them all down.
Baseball season over for the boys.
I wish it was tomorrow. Who asked that?
Miss Tony. So they got
Nick didn't listen.
this
Yes,
week,
I did.
this week, next week for league ball.
Is it really just 2 more weeks?
But we have 4 games this week.
I know that is Rhett, 6 years old, has 4 ball games in a week.
And 2 of them, they both play on the same time. How am I supposed to?
I'm going to work at the farm.
And Mackenzie's got
baseball.
her band concert and band banquet 2 of them days. There's only one of me.
Well, there also has to be a farm to run and videos to make. And you go sit at the ballpark. So I don't hear it. Go and tell them how you hold it all together. Maybe it's not your pastor stepping on your toes. Well, no, I agree with you there too. He's just delivering the message.
Walker Farm Fam even had her personal chef prepare the marshmallow.
Well, when I jumped on there, she was already eating it. I didn't know Gary did it.
It's her time to go to bed. Me too.
It's our time to get off here.
I'm an old lady too, and I need to go to bed.
Well, we're already over time, so do your goodbye thing.
Sure. Don't end a good thing.
Last week we were 15 minutes over.
But ain't nobody else going live this late.
Brandon will.
When I was little at my great grandpa's house, they had a huge garden I would pick. I love picking gardens. That's my favorite part of it is picking the stuff.
I'll admit I'm spoiled. Cassie's spoiled. She admits it. You just say you do it all.
I'm not spoiled. If I was spoiled, you would not complain every time you get in the car about having to get gas.
If you were not spoiled, I would be way ahead on other stuff instead of redoing this protege garden again.
So they're stuck here.
Oh, it's Sunday.
Yeah. It's been Sunday since 12 o'clock.
Yeah, he's working Sunday nights. I forgot.
All right.
Would you tell these folks bye and quit woe is me and them?
Woe is far away. You tell me. Whoa.
Would you please?
Is all that look in your eyes.
That ain't whoa I was looking at you with.
All right, guys. We love y'all. We'll see y'all on Wednesday. If Nick don't murder me. Oh.
Can't say that word either.
Don't dead me off.
Bye, y'all.